Dennis? What are you doing here?
Pull me up! Hurry! Phew! I thought I was a goner for sure. Long time no see, Alyssa. I haven't seen you since we were in primary school together. It must be 3 years?
What do you think you're doing entering a lady's residence through a window?
I have to give you something. Here it is.
It's the key to my grandfather's room. Mother always has this key with her. What are you doing with it? You saw her? When and where?
Calm down, calm down. It was yesterday morning and your mother drove by in her car. Oh, and she said you might come back from boarding school and asked me to hand that key to you if she wasn't back in time.
She must have known I'd disobey her and come back here. She must have gone up to meet me. We just missed each other.
Hey, Alyssa, you've really changed since I last saw you.
I'm going to go and check my grandfather's room.
Hey!
Well, it looks like you've grown up too, Dennis.
Oh, come on. That was then and this is now. Wait a minute, would you?
I'm gonna tell you a deep, dark secret. That guy's the scariest thing in the game for me.
That's not a secret. You're not alone in that. I mean, we talk about how the Blobby Man is a terrible roommate, but I would much rather the Blobby Man than that dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got a key to our grandfather's room.
To Dick's last resort.
Yep. And so we can figure out what he's been doing. They said earlier that he has been missing for 3 years. So maybe we'll find some information about that in here.
Our grandfather's room / the Blobby Man's gun range.
So there are, like, snails, then there are, like, otters, and that's all I've got for this book of entities.
Book 1. Wow.
Discontinued.
So we have the subordinate who is like a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we have the entities who like kind of create and control the subordinates by putting like evil spirits in them. And then we have the rooters
Who are just so rude.
who are basically us, young women and the teens who have to fight them.
Well, they're teens, of course they're rudes.
Entities? Rooters? Teenage girls who stand against the forces of darkness?
Oh, did you find anything in there, Alyssa? What's that? Entity? What's an entity? And the Ruders?
So it wasn't a dream. I'm going to look for my mother.
You want to look for your mother? But she was in a car, remember? She could be anywhere by now.
She's nearby. I can tell.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. Just go home.
Let me help you. Just the two of us. It'll be like the old days.
That was a long time ago.
Well, I might as well help you. There's nothing to do at home. I'm alone in the house until my sister comes back anyway.
You mean Linda? Isn't she travelling?
Yeah. She's working as a nurse at a refugee camp in Africa. In her last letter, she said she won't be back for at least another 6 months, so I'm free to babysit, walk dogs, look for missing mothers.
Okay. You can check upstairs while I look downstairs.
Yes, boss. Hey, one more thing. Isn't it your birthday tomorrow?
My birthday?
See, even after all this time, I still remember. What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Now check upstairs, will you?
You can count on me, partner.
All right, well, he's out of our hair. Time to investigate.
So is that guy like secretly a scissor man or?
No, he's just like a guy.
Okay.
I'll say it. I think we're all a little scissor man deep down inside.
Anyways, the note that we saw said like the key to time is behind you, and so we looked behind our grandfather's portrait, and there were some keys. 2:00. Like, I'm not gonna say that he's like the best at setting up like riddles.
These are actually just things you put whenever you forget your password.
Right? It's a security question.
Well, you know, like Blobby Man, he was gonna search on like riddles.com, but then he forgot his password, so he just used like the password help for that.
Oh, now we have to go into another restroom. Oh, God. Occupied!
No, there was a demon in there.
Occupied!
So we shake them off, and wow!
Of all places.
What a stink! So there's a spirit attached to this, but we didn't get an item for it. Instead, we have to throw lavender water on this skeleton to make it smell good.
No, it's like... They're like, I've been sitting in the bathtub for years waiting for some refreshing lavender water.
I want you to look at the water that they're sitting in right now. It's not going to be helped by lavender water.
She thought that sigil stone was a bath bomb, and it just went all kinds of bad.
Oh, anyways. We saw a clock previously, and it was in our mom's room. Our mom's room.
Oh, so this is the tower.
Oh, also.
Uh-huh.
Also, that just happens.
They just got a commissioner who gives them an extra painting with a clock in it for free.
Yep.
That's how my clock works. Like, every time the minute hand switches, it's just another painting behind it.
Oh my god.
They really pile up. It's a
The thing is,
terrible idea.
she hated the clock and the painting. She was just like, can you just do another one where the clock isn't there?
Unfortunately, the painter was like one of those sicko clock freaks, you know?
Anyways, this is a puzzle where we have to get them set to the correct time, and one of them turns one way and one of them turns the other in a certain amount.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
It's a video game.
Yeah, and we're setting it to the time that was in the picture. Oh no, we fucked up. Blobby Man, do you know how to fix a clock?
Blobby Man definitely wears one of those, like, old Casio,
Keyboards.
digital watches.
Blobby Man has like 5 watches on, all set to different times.
Well, you know, he wants to know when his online friends wake up.
He definitely has a Swatch Internet time watch.
So, now we have portal squares, which will teleport us. So now we don't have to enter our bathroom to go to a new timeline.
Oh, thank God.
We just have to pour holy water on the floor and hope that the maid service doesn't get mad about that.
Well, she's dead. She was in the bathroom.
Oh, and it takes 2 charges.
So, should Alyssa, like, call the police about the dead body, or...?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, so much has happened at this point. A dead
What
body.
she's gonna say to the cops? Well, she's just gonna say, I tell ya, this one's a stinker, cops.
Okay, Jay. Mm-hmm. You're the cops. You come to this house. The Blobby Man opens the door. Are you gonna stay there?
I shoot immediately.
No, Alyssa definitely the Blobby Man has definitely told her to not call the cops more than once before.
Right, and she's intimidated.
Okay, so here's the big problem, though. Now that Ron Weasley is there, it's a problem because all the cops have the order. If they see Ron Weasley, they have to shoot him on sight.
It's true, he's trespassing.
I was gonna say, Ron Weasley is also definitely a fucking snitch, though.
He hasn't committed any crimes, he's just a freak of nature and deserves to die.
Well, the thing is, the Blobby Man actually has family that works for the London PD. He has his brother, the Bobby Man.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so here's another spirit. This one, we have a half-heart locket that we need to find the other half to.
Hey, maybe the other half is like not a heart. Maybe it's like a triangle or like a hexagon.
You might be right.
The other person has some very serious health issues.
The other person has a puzzle piece locket. They just like did not communicate when they went on this date.
And so, we saw that the inside of this trunk was burned. And this is a burned teddy bear, so probably you just throw them at each other. And there we go, we exorcised another spirit.
They're like, do you have any lavender water?
That would make me smell a lot better after all the burning. Anyways, yeah, so, like I said before, these aren't, like, necessary to do, but they give you these items that help you out. Like, all these sigil stones are going to help you if you're the kind of person who is in panic mode frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Like you.
Right.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Answer me! What's that? What's that? What's going on? Mother, where have you got to? Say something. Mother.
God, England's the pits.
Blind people all over. Oh my god, another one.
Albert, where on earth have you got to? I've been waiting for you, waiting. Albert, is that you?
A man holding, like, I don't know, 2 guns taped together comes down and says, I caused this.
Anyways, we can't go back in that door, so, I don't know. Let's check out the rest of the house.
Are you sure?
I mean, why not? Also, I like Alyssa here. Maybe I should straighten it. Not my house.
I should straighten it. I'm not gonna.
This house is weird. Everyone's bleeding from their eyes and ringing bells. Maybe that's just like... Maybe that's like an aesthetic thing I don't understand.
It's another one of those famous British subcultures we hear so much about.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, there's a spirit haunting this house now that we have to be careful of. Thankfully, they can't go upstairs. Classic thing about spirits.
I like this ghost because it reminds me of something from Luigi's Mansion. Lost my eyes today. Don't know how much I can write.
Turns out, quite a bit.
Turns out in old-timey England, you cannot cure blindness. Just found that out.
Can somebody turn the music down? I'm trying to read here.
Turns out the optometrist just poured mercury in her eyes.
Leeches are apparently good for your eyes. Just found that out.
He gave her 10 grams of cocaine and told her it would be better in the morning.
So it sounds like it's not a very safe neighborhood. I don't know if we should move here, guys. I think we should just go back to our house.
Yeah, but the real estate prices are so low.
They're practically giving these houses away.
And it's so close to the city.
It's just a matter of time before they come in and start, just turning all of this shit into condos. This thing is going to be worth a fucking fortune.
So here, we have a moonflower. We got to turn it towards the moon. You get it. You get it.
How do you tell that looks like it has been turned?
Look, I don't question Alyssa. She understands interior design better than I do.
I mean, clearly she has some kind of sixth sense that I do not have.
Right. And that's why she's the one who would find this ladder that goes to the fireplace and you wouldn't. Anyways, now we're in the living room, which we couldn't have gotten into before because it was locked. I didn't show that off, but you can believe it.
I have my doubts.
And the spirit's here now.
Oh, but we can watch some telly.
No, not right now. The spirit's here. They're gonna be really mad if we change the channel.
I always get a little bit, turned around on what time period we're in these worlds.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes. Like that one, the one before, very explicitly 1942. This one, haven't seen a year yet, so...
Yeah, all of the furnishing and,
this
architecture and
is actually
stuff.
2075.
Man, shit really goes downhill from here, huh?
Yeah, well, this is what happens after Brexit.
Oh my god. Oh no, a dead body! Well, time to raid his court.
Alyssa's like, this one doesn't smell that bad, actually.
So this is a news reporter.
Oh, I thought that there was just a sandwich on the newspaper report.
I also, for a second, you skim a thing real quick and your eye catches something, you get real excited.
There we go, 1962. And John Haig was the name of the man who showed up to this house for the son and mother. And apparently, he kills people by pouring acid all over them.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have a gimmick, Chorps. You can't be a regular Deckler serial killer.
Right, not anymore. Not in this economy.
And he Batmaned himself. He fell into a vat of acid.
You don't get a real extensive Wikipedia entry if you just kill people the old-fashioned way,
Yeah, no one's making a true crime podcast episode based on you then. Anyways, so this part's a little weird. We have to leave the room. Well, first of all, so that we can give the heart pendant back to the corpse here.
Oh, so wait, that just leads outside, I guess?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we couldn't have opened that from the outside. It was locked.
So this is just a weirdly long house, I guess?
Yes, very, very long house.
So I don't remember if you've mentioned this before, but does the color of the spirits mean anything?
No, I don't think so. It might be a power thing, but no. Anyways, we have to leave so we can come back and notice that the film has been ripped from the camera. Oh, time to go find some film, guys.
Wait, are we just gonna steal the Fatal Frame gimmick now?
Yeah, we have to start taking pictures of all the ghosts and the murderers.
We need more game modes.
And then we make a zine. It's like an expose. Anyways, this is kind of dark, so I don't remember exactly how to get back to where I was. But I figure it out eventually.
Next, a siren's gonna go off and Alyssa's gonna find herself in Silent Hill.
Mum?
Oh, we got a desk key for our grandfather. He left it in 1962. I get it.
Dick's desk key really sounds like something you could not say 5 times quickly.
Or without getting arrested.
Oh, so now we have to go back and forth between our time period and the past.
Right, because it turns out the only film we can find in our time.
Oh, so that will totally work with the cameras in 1962.
Well, to be fair, our grandfather's really into vintage cameras.
So you're saying, Chirps, that if I really twisted, I could sell this game as a scary Day of the Tentacle?
Yeah, totally.
The next person we have to beat is the guy who gave George Washington his wooden teeth. And he's like, I murdered him with wooden teeth!
It was the greatest scam in the world. So yeah, there's some spooky music playing. Nothing's gonna happen in the house. It just got darker. Presumably Ron's still around here somewhere. His name's not Ron, but I mean, he's Ron.
He's Ron.
You know, the blobby man is just doing like his morning day exercises, you know, with his regular routine of the Halloween soundtrack.
Yeah.
Right, this is like his radio exercise.
Blobby Man is just listening to some really shitty industrial off of SoundCloud.
He's actually having a Halloween party later today. He's gonna put on like the fake screaming.
Right.
Except it's June 21st.
Okay, more entities. Anteaters.
Dogs.
Jury's out on those.
So yeah, this is discussing the fact that in order to defeat a subordinate, we require the sentimental item, like we did with May and the pocket watch in the first level.
Wow, it would own if our grandpa told us something we didn't know.
He's just giving context for it. Oh, cool! A creepy mask.
Cool.
Grandpa loved to keep these. He'd scare me every year.
I mean, you look around the office, he definitely does love to keep creepy masks.
Yeah, look at all of them.
Just put it on, steps, blobby man.
This is actually this is actually something he picked up at an anime convention. He's way into JoJo.
Right?
If you put it on, the entire rest of the game, Alyssa just runs around saying, "Please, somebody stop me," in varying intonations.
Oh, he just also kept an arrow on his desk, I guess, just in case of robbers.
No, that's just another JoJo thing.
He's actually a superhero. He's the Flash.
Thanks. Oh, right, because he does camera film. Makes sense.
Ah.
Damn it, you made my joke make sense, you bastard!
The Ruda who battle the entities are scattered all over Europe. We, the Hamiltons, are also of Ruda stock. Of this lineage I am proud. The Ruda blood is passed down to females. My wife, Francesca, was a Ruda. In my naive youth, I did not believe any of it. I denied the presence of entities and Rudas alike, preferring to believe that it was all just an old wives' tale. But then I found the Book of Entities, and Nancy began to sharpen her Ruda powers. I finally opened my eyes to the truth and began my research into the subject. The Ruder powers first appear in a young woman's early teens and peak at age 15. The powers then gradually diminish, usually disappearing entirely by the age of 20. For generations, the women of the Hamilton clan have spent their teens fighting against subordinates for the Ruder cause, before marrying in their 20s in order to produce the next generation of Ruders. Nancy is already 18. Her Ruder powers are dwindling rapidly, and it is almost time for her to pass the job on to the next female. We Hamiltons think of our Ruder blood as something of which to be proud, as well as a responsibility that must be taken very seriously. I am sad to give my beloved Nancy to another man, but it must be done. I will watch her marry with a broken heart. Another Ruder has been born to the Hamilton household, my first grandchild. I chose for her the name Alyssa. She is bright and lively, perhaps even a little strong-willed, and yet appears somehow wise beyond her years. I pray she will grow strong and healthy, and will fulfill her obligation as a noble Ruder.
A Ruder family. So, I am a Ruder. It's in my blood. Leave it to me, Grandpa. I have the same Ruder strain in my blood as my mother. I can save Dorothy and Albert. Then and only then will I be able to leave this nightmare and see my mum again. I'm sure that's the way, isn't it?
Anyways, enough of the exposition. Time to go back to 1962. Hey, Blobby Man, I'm gonna go kill another serial murderer. Bye!
I can't wait till we go to the 80s and it's got all the nostalgia and there's like synthwave playing all the time.
Right?
And Alyssa's like, this is just how I remember it. I was one.
Yet somehow the serial murderer is still dressed like someone from the 1800s.
Right.
Right, but he does the moonwalk. And he's solving a Rubik's Cube at the same time.
Serial killer went to the future just to saw Stranger Things. Is like, I remember this.